as part of FlexibleIR, we do provide playbooks. The thought process here is how do we make the playbooks much more closer to the community, right? How do we evolve these playbooks? Please note that the playbooks that we provide, we want to ensure that our mission of all companies globally are able to respond to cyber attacks. Right? That's what is our mission here. How do we accomplish our mission of the playbooks and the drills being available and being accessible, at the same time evolving and getting the community involved? Your thoughts, please.
Well, the way I look at it is that, the playbooks, which is part of the base offering of the platform, is coming from various sources. And this, in many ways, already the cumulative experience of the community. And this is not just a random playbook someone wrote, it's actually the combined experience of multiple people. So that's where you start. You don't start from a blank sheet and let's see what I should do since this happens. No, you actually start with already, even though it's generic and may have to be a little bit tuned for your environment, it is nevertheless a result of the cumulative experience of these various community members. Yeah. That's your starting point. Then you add your own experience, or your team adds your experience, and you give it the context of your company and what are the critical assets in your company, what are the sensitive areas, which are more likely to be false positive. There are many, many elements which are unique to your environment. You add that on top of it. So you, number one, have a very good, you have an experience-based or best practice, if you want, based playbook. And also, I think for every single analyst, this is a kind of a knowledge transfer. It's a kind of something you can learn and you can continuously improve, because it materializes the consolidated learning of the team and others who came before you.
So there's a tendency of communities to consume the playbooks, but how do we ensure community also contributes to these playbooks, right? The bigger question that we always get asked is, how is it going to be moderated, right? Now someone comes up with a new playbook, how do we ensure it really solves a problem, right? What is the kind of moderation that we do? How do we ensure the steps are correct, right? And someone has to validate it, and enterprises cannot adopt something from the community directly.
Yes, so obviously it's coming from a source. That source may be well established. You have to verify it before you actually put it for, let's say, customer/community consumptions. Yeah. And obviously also I guess they're updated as in some ways, or they extend it, or you augment it, because obviously the threat changes also, and the techniques of the adversary is changing. So how do you make sure that this is as in line with the most recent understanding of the threat landscape?
This conversation is leading us to think a little bit more deeper about the community contributed playbooks. How do we share playbooks? How do we share playbooks real time, right? If there are any nationwide campaigns, how do we ensure that companies can share playbooks on the fly, real time, so it becomes a lot easier for the infrastructure companies, a group of companies to respond with a much more better way. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.